Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will present for our group assignment which is about the entrepreneur profile. We have choose Tan Sri Dr. Anthony Francis Fernandes, also known as Tony Fernandes, which is the owner of the Air Asia company. Before we start, let me introduce our group members starting from me. My name is Waluddin Fatullah bin Muhammad Rosli as a group leader. And the other group member are Nazriuddin bin Asmari, Nur Fatihah Najah binti Muhammad Faizal, Nur Azra binti Zulkifli, Nadia Nazira binti Huzaini, and the last one is Nur Zainina Hasbira binti Harun. Okay, now we will start our presentation with our first presenter, Nadia Nazira.
Mm, Next, desk entrepreneurs are also defined as people who run the business and are willing to take risks on the business they run. Among the role of entrepreneurs is that first, desk entrepreneurs contribute ideas and innovation. This is said so because the entrepreneur is a success in giving ideas and innovation in the firm. The ideas given are not necessarily unique but must be thoughtful. In this category, entrepreneurs need to be open minded to provide the best ideas. Traders and entrepreneurs are two different things. An entrepreneur runs an existing business, but an entrepreneur will do something out of the ordinary, such as presenting new product and ideas. Among the business run by traders is by running a cake shop business. An entrepreneur is a person who starts a business idea or innovation that is new and does not yet exist. In other words, an entrepreneur is a market leader while a trader is a market player. Entrepreneurs create something and traders carry out what is created. Entrepreneurs are an important aspect in the economy. They help spur growth by taking risks on innovative ideas. The odds of success may not be particularly promising, but if it succeeds, many entrepreneurs push industries forward dramatically. An entrepreneur are divided into several types. The first is small business, the second is home-based business, and the third is online business. Each of these entrepreneurs has their own behavior. The entrepreneur behavior means the manners are or a way in which the entrepreneur deals with its total environment, such as internal and external. It is the way or approach to look at the physical and human resource and the society. The entrepreneur loves to take risks and tends to establish a new enterprise and adopt a new raw material. Next is persuasive behavior. The meaning of that characteristic is using intellectual. A successful entrepreneur will present his thoughtful to convince others to do the work the way he wants. The next characteristic is entrepreneur behavior is a commitment in work. A successful entrepreneur will ensure that everything they want will be implemented with a high commitment to get a good result. One of the successful entrepreneurs is Tony Fernandes. He is entrepreneur involved in aviation. That's all. Thank you. Next.
Entrepreneur background. The real name of entrepreneur is Anthony Francis Fernandes. He was born on 30 April 1964 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and his age is 56 years old this year. Tan Sri, Tan Sri Tony Fernandes is a Malaysian Indian entrepreneur of Malayalam and Goa descent with the mixed blood of the Portuguese of Malacca. His father's name is Dr. Stephen Edward Fernandes and his mother's name is Anna Dorothy Fernandes. On 14 October 2017, Fernandes married a South Korean actress and her name is Chloe. They had a daughter and a son, Stephanie and Stephen Fernandes. He was previously married to Deborah Lee Bergerstam on 1st June 1994 and separated. Next. How did how did he start the business? First, he started his business through Datuk Pahamin A. Rajab, the former Secretary General of Malaysian Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry. Fernandes came to meet with the Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad in October 2001 and advised Fernandes to buy an existing airline. Fernandes mortgaged his home and used his personal savings to acquire the company, comprising two Boeing 737-300 jet aircraft and debt of 11 US million 11 US million or 40 ringgit million for 1 ringgit, about 20 US cent, and transform it into an industry player. Tony Fernandes estimates about 50% of the travelers on Asia's budget airlines are first-time flyers. Fernandes' biggest achievement was to open up countries within the region to new budget carriers. Dr. Mahathir brought up the idea with leaders from neighboring countries. Those nations subsequently granted landing rights or right to AirAsia and other discount carriers. In Thailand and Indonesia, AirAsia holds a minority stake in the respective local companies, and Thai AirAsia a joint venture with Shin Corporation. Next, what are the factors which lead to the creation of the business? One of the important factors is that Fernandes was taking culture risks and making rapid expansion. Second factors is lead Tony Fernandes create the business is at a glance there are indeed similar characteristics between Tony and his father. Next, if his father give privilege to poor patients, Tony also focus on people who are less able to buy regular flight tickets. Away from family and hometown, form the core value in his personality, especially the ability to communicate and be independent in any environment. Okay.
So I will continue with the company background. So AirAsia established in 1993 and commenced its operation on 18 November 1996. AirAsia, originally founded by government-owned conglomerate DRB Hicom, this airline faced heavily indebted on 2nd December 2001, was purchased by former Time Warner executive Tony Fernandes' company, which is Tun S. Berhad, for the token sum of 1 ringgit. Okay, in 2002, AirAsia launched a new route from its hub in KLIA at breakneck speed, which undercutting former monopoly operator Malaysia Airlines with promotional fares as low as 1 ringgit. In 2003, AirAsia opened a second hub at Senai International Airport in Johor Bahru and launched its first international flight to, to Bangkok. AirAsia subsequently started its Thai Asia affiliate and began flights to Singapore and Indonesia. Flight to Macau started in June 2004. Flight to mainland China, which is Yemen and the Philippines, Manila, in April 2005. Also, flight to Vietnam and Cambodia followed in 2005. The next year, it started flight to Brunei and Myanmar. AirAsia target people who want to travel in Asia for leisure or business purpose. CEO of AirAsia explained that they target people who like to travel often to meet their families, especially during special occasions, but due to how expensive the fare that time, so their desire are not fulfilled. By introducing a low fare will give all those people opportunity to travel if not more than once in a year, according with Asia's slogans, which is now everyone can fly. AirAsia also come up with a package of low fare no frills. It means that the guests are not provided with frills in exchange for the lower fares, which is not compromising for the quality and service. But guests still have their own choice to buy for the exclusive meals and snack from in-flight at affordable price. So next person.
Okay, the entrepreneur before starting the venture. First, working experience. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes began his career as an auditor at Virgin Airlines. Despite working several months, he was offered the position as financial controller to Virgin Records. From Virgin, he joined Warner Music Group. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes officially appointed managing director of Warner Music Malaysia Sdn Bhd when he was 26 years old. He elected vice president of the Southeast ASEAN region of Warner Music Group. Next, okay, roles model. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes has chosen his mother as a role model. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes' interest in business and enterprise can be seen in childhood. He was heavily influenced by his active mother in selling Tupperware on the domestic level. He often followed his mother to a Tupperware separated and conventional gathering or known as Tupperware parties. 3. Entrepreneurial activities. First, the proactive attitude was reflective in Tony Fernandes when he performed a transformation in the aviation landscape and when he successfully opened the second hub in 2003. Second, team spirit is crucial in determining the success of an organization and can be formed through the creation of a workplace culture that promotes this spirit. Organization can benefit a lot, such as tasks carried out more effectively, increasing the motivation of members of the organization in achieving success. A more open communication system and the diversity of strengths member can be fully utilized. Thus, Tan Sri Tony Fernandes also set up an organizational unit dedicated to disheartening and holding banquet. And number 4, intention of being an entrepreneur. At what age? Since the age of 6, Tan Sri Tony Fernandes has already planted a dream of owning an airline owned by himself. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes has long been in the United Kingdom, back home with a high dream of setting up a low-cost airline. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes' desire to start the airline was welcomed by Datuk Kamarudin Meranum and both agreed to work together to start the airline. On 8 September 2001, Tan Sri Tony Fernandes decided to purchase AirAsia Sdn Bhd from the RBI Com uh, through Tune A Sdn Bhd. And the last one is parents' background. Tony Fernandes' dad name is Stephen Edward Fernandes, who worked as a doctor. His mother, Anna Dorothy, a Malaysian female entrepreneur from Malacca. His mother was an impressive woman because of her incredible ability in selling goods to anyone. Dr. Stephen Edward Fernandes owned a clinic but without profit due to being too generous to every patient, so often provide free service and medications. And next person.
The entrepreneur at the time he started the venture. He one primary motivation to start up. He admired his mother because her mother was clever and had an incredible ability to sell the power all over the motherland. Since his young, Tony Fernandes had an ambition of acquiring the airlines himself. To goal why he set up the business. Tan Sri Tony Fernandes' goal of introducing to Malaysia about low-cost flight with the slogan "All capable of going up the plane." He wants to make it travel more affordable to Malaysia. Next, three resource that available before startup. Upon returning to Malaysia, he expressed his dream of establish an airline to his close friend Datuk Kamarudin Narano. He and that he and Datuk Kamarudin invite another of their companies, Aziz Bakar. After making discussion, they all agree to start an airline. Consider Tony Fernandez applied for license, but his applying was rejected. Datuk Pahanin had arranged for meeting between Tan Sri Tony Fernandez and Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad had proposed Tan Sri Tony Fernandez to buy AirAsia. For any networking, the fortunate thing that was the savior for Tan Sri Tony Fernandez is that the AirAsia company has a contract with Tabung Haji interrupt from the RB Highcom, which generated profit on AirAsia. Five, controlling at early stage of business. On 11 September 2001, most airlines worldwide experienced severe conditions according to the history of flight. Tan Sri Tony Fernandez said the time he bought the AirAsia company was very accurate time. He also believed that Malaysia will choose low fares to reduce time and cost. He has replicated to Rain A system, the world's best Irish airline. Next. Uh, Six risk organization at the beginning. Tan Sri Tony Fernandez dared to take risks by pushing an airlines named AirAsia. Although the airline price cheap, but the debt is high. He also has no experience in operating airlines, and he relies on his marketing experience to manage AirAsia into a successful company. Next. Seven business plan. Tan Sri Tony Fernandez has a business plan in line with his desire to make AirAsia a platform for stopping all the needs of the public. He also provides an online platform, namely AirAsia.com. That's all for me.
Okay, for the last one, conclusion. What can you learn from this entrepreneur? Okay, Tony Fernandez is not ashamed to share the secret of the success of his airline, AirAsia. Among the tips given by him is to give trust to each of his employee because they are an asset to the company. Okay, for the second, what are the key success factor of the business? For my opinion, the main factor of success depends on the entrepreneur himself. It can be seen from the aspect motivation, attitude, and goals of an entrepreneur. Okay, now we will continue with question and answer session. For the first question, I will ask, okay, why did Tony Fernandez choose his mother as a role model when there are many successful entrepreneurs out there that he can emulate as a role model?
Can I answer?
Okay.
Uh, for Tony, his mother was an impressive woman because of her incredible ability in selling goods to anyone. He learned a lot from his mother personality in the face of the business. So I think because of that, Tony choose her choose his mother.
Okay, next.
The next question is, give me one more factor which lead Tan Sri Tony Fernandes to creation the business.
Okay. One another factor which lead to the creation of the business. Okay, Tony Fernandes also help people who cannot afford to buy plane tickets, but he remains committed to the principle of profit based and sustainable business. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next. Last question.
Okay, this question is for Azra. What risk that Tony Fernandez face? What risk that Tony Fernandez face?
Um, Tony Fernandes to take a risk because the debt Asia company very hard and he also no experience to operating airlines. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Uh,
you, Azra.
okay, that's all the presenter from us. Thank you for watching us. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.